Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to the library with Miss Amanda here on Steve Shetler Media. Last week we were talking about the cold temperatures, and this week was no exception. My trivia question last week was about the coldest temperature ever recorded in Iowa history, and it may have felt like it hit that the other day. It was pretty dang cold. I don't like wearing coats and jackets and mittens and hats and all of the things, but I was bundled up to the T, so you know it's pretty cold when Miss Amanda is bundled up. But the lowest temperature ever recorded actually hit twice in Iowa history. Once in 1912 in Washta, and again in 1996 in Elkader. And the temperature got as far down as negative 47 degrees. And that is the actual temperature. That's not even the real feel. So good Lord, who knows what it actually felt like. Because it was negative, I don't know, negative 10 the other day. And it felt like it was negative 47. But that's crazy. Negative 47 is the lowest temperature ever recorded in Iowa history. In Washta and in Elkader. But this week I thought it'd be, instead of talking about extreme cold temperatures, Iowa also has experienced some dramatic temperature changes. We are pretty notorious for having to use multiple things throughout the day. So you might start your day with your heater on and all bundled up, and then end your day in shorts and a t-shirt with the air conditioner on. But what is the record for the most significant temperature change within a 24-hour period? So this is from the absolute highest to the lowest in a 24-hour period. And it actually very much surprised me. It was in 2013, but we'll get to the answer at the end of my segment. 2 books you don't want to miss this week. These are 2 new ones that we just got at the library. This is Where the Creek Bends by Linda Lael Miller. This says a brand new story from the #1 New York Times bestselling author. A second chance romance set in a perfect setting of painted Pony Creek. Curl up in your favorite reading chair and get lost in the pages. Down home, easy to read, keeps the plot moving, and includes likable characters, picturesque descriptions, and very sweet pets. Oh, that's always a plus. Synonymous with the finest in Western romance. So I don't know that I would call this a Western romance, but beautifully rendered time slip novel about the family we create for ourselves. Shows that finding yourself begins with following your heart no matter where it leads. So this is Where the Creek Bends by Linda Lael Miller. If you want to check it out, we'll have it available at the library. My second book you don't want to miss this week is one that was recommended in a book club that I am a part of outside the library. So this is Fable by Adrienne Young, and I actually was able to get this in a large print. So if you need a large print, we have this in it. And if you don't need a large print, I like reading large prints. They go pretty fast once you get into them. So this says Trader, Fighter, Survivor. Best-selling author, New York Times best-selling author. So as the daughter of the most powerful trader in the Narrows, the sea is the only home 17-year-old Fable has ever known. It's been 4 years since her mother drowned and her father abandoned her on an island filled with thieves and little food. Yikes. To survive, she must keep to herself, trust no one, and rely on her unique skills her mother taught her. The only thing that keeps her going is the goal of finding her father and demanding her rightful place beside him. To escape the island, Fable enlists the help of a young trader named West, but Fable soon finds out he isn't who he seems. Together they will have to survive more than the treacherous storms that haunt the Narrows if they're going to stay alive. So this, like I said, was recommended in a book club that I'm a part of outside the library, and I'm anxious to read it. I gotta finish the one I'm reading right now, but that is available right now at the library if you're interested. Programs at the library coming up. Our next Cook the Book event will be February 3rd. Our next Toddler Time will be February 3rd as well. We don't have Toddler Time this next Monday because we have freezer meal stuff going on. After school programs in February will be the 11th, 12th, and 13th. Book club for January was this past weekend. Thank you to everybody who came. I heard that it was a very lively discussion about the book The Sanatorium. We will be getting book 2 in if you're interested. Book club for February, though, will be on the 15th, and they're reading the book Our Missing Hearts, which I'll feature in one of the upcoming weeks of my show. Freezer meals for January, the registration's closed, but they are open for February. So if you would like, we have February and March's menus up at the library. If you would like to check them out, we'll have them on our Facebook page here this next couple of days. But February's freezer meals, March's freezer meals are open for registration. All right, our trivia question of the week. What is the biggest, most extreme temperature change in a 24-hour period in Iowa history? The record shows that the most significant temperature change in a 24-hour single period took place in 2013 on December 28th in Sioux City, Iowa. After reaching 62 degrees that day, the temperatures plummeted to -3. From 62 degrees to -3 in a single day. And that was in the middle of winter, so I'm not really surprised, but that's a pretty big difference. If you're thinking at 62, going outside, I wouldn't have a coat on. I wouldn't have mittens or a hat or anything, but by the time that they left work, they would have needed a lot of that. Maybe even some snowshoes or something. But that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you have a great week, and I will see you next time.